Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bibi Mira here again. If you're stopping by for the first time, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. But if you're not, oh my goodness, thank you for sticking around. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Chinese nationals again. Like, a lot has been happening and it is centered around Chinese. Like, seriously, I really don't know what's happening. Well, this time around, it is good news because an African leader has actually done something right. So a Chinese restaurant in Lusaka, Zambia was actually shut down for discrimination. Guys, I'm gonna quote it. They called a Zambian man in Zambia a foreigner. Like, can you imagine a Chinese in someone else's country calling someone from that country a foreigner? This Chinese restaurant refused to actually serve him, calling him a foreigner in his own land. Anyways, I'm not even going to talk too much. I'm going to allow you guys to see this 5 minutes video, and after the 5 minutes video, I'll come back here and share my thoughts about this particular topic. So let's move ahead and watch this video.
Imagine being called a foreigner in your own country by a foreigner. Well, that's the predicament of a male Zambian national who has chosen to remain anonymous. The man was on Saturday turned away from a Chinese restaurant and shop called Lankins in Lusaka's Long Acres for being black and a foreigner in his own country. The man was in the company of his Chinese wife and now explains.
These 2 other guys were in front of us. They went in, these Chinese nationals. They went in. So when my wife and I were going in, there was this lady behind the counter. She was shouting something. She was yelling something. So for me, I just looked at her, but then I couldn't understand. So I walked in again. Then she repeated the same phrase. So at this time I looked at my wife because she was looking in my direction. So I looked at my wife. My wife had stopped moving. So I asked her, what is she saying? So the lady said, foreigners are not allowed in this shop. So I thought to myself, in my mind I was like, oh, how does she know my wife is, not from Zambia? Then my wife said, oh, she means you are not allowed in the shop. That's when I was confused. Foreigner? I am the foreigner in this situation. So she said, then my wife asked the lady, what do you mean? She said, oh no, the Chinese can come inside. You have to wait outside. You can't come inside.
The wife of the Zambian national has described the actions taken by the Chinese nationals against her husband as ridiculous.
I don't think Chinese, racism is everywhere, but then, in this situation, it's just a little bit unusual, How can you ask, how do I put it, how can you say that foreigner cannot come in when they are in a foreign country? It's ridiculous. They are not supposed to behave like that.
I asked the couple to accompany me to the said restaurant and shop so that I can independently verify the allegations leveled against the Chinese business firm. In the shop, there was only one female Chinese national at the counter and busy on her phone. We proceeded in the shop, and when going out, I asked the Chinese lady, with the help of the Zambian national's wife for translation, if I could see the owners of the shop so that I can find out about the allegations leveled against them, but the lady outrightly refused. When she refused, I asked her whether it's true or not that they turn away blacks in their shop. In her response, the Chinese national explained that this decision has been arrived at in view of the coronavirus, but denied turning away any black person, a contradiction.
Okay, so basically she said that normally they allow the Zambian, they will come here, normally they are like the driver of the Chinese national. So the Chinese national will come and buy stuff, the Zambian driver will be waiting outside, then they will be carrying the stock from here to the car, not to go inside. But if you say those who are they insist to go in, they will still allow.
So the Zambian drivers, the black ones, they wait from here.
Yes.
Then the Chinese, they go inside, they buy, then they get the stuff from here. So when you came here, they thought he's also a driver for you. Is that what they thought?
But the one yesterday is not this.
Simply put, the Chinese are saying blacks transmit the coronavirus. How painful can that be? That's simply an insult. Well, let's assume that what this lady is saying is true, that they don't discriminate against the blacks. Their actions speak to the contrary. For example, everything here is written in Chinese except for phone numbers and names of Zambia and China. This is happening in Zambia. What about if it is China itself?
I traveled to Gwangju some time back, maybe some 8-9 years ago. And on arrival at Gwangju airport, my passport was seized on the basis that it was a fake passport. I was told I was a West African, although the party I traveled with were all Zambians. So I was detained at the airport overnight. No explanations, just told they are going back. It's becoming more prevalent here. It's not even that side, and we're looking at where is the political will to protect us in our own country. That can happen out there, but we do not expect it to start happening here, and politicians are sitting idly by.
Is Zambia slowly turning into a Chinese colony? Has Zambia been secretly sold to the Chinese while citizens were still asleep? Could it be that our leaders know something about the Zambia-China dealings which we don't know? Can a Zambian behave like this in China? This is quite strange, and strange indeed. Kalan Muchima, reporting for Move TV News in Lusaka.
This clip we just watched right now makes me cringe. Like, seriously, how can you call a black man a foreigner in his own land? Like, seriously, you are the foreigner here. I don't know what it is with Chinese restaurants in Africa refusing black people to actually come inside their restaurant. This same thing happened in Nigeria, and they shut down those two restaurants. The same thing is repeated itself in Zambia. Thank God that this African leader was so alert to actually take this step. Talking about what they narrated in the video, just like the Chinese woman said, I mean the Zambian man's wife, that it is so ridiculous that they could act this way. Like, it is so unusual. First of all, you are not allowing blacks, and then you see a black man and a Chinese woman, and then you want to allow the Chinese woman simply because when the Chinese nationals actually come to the restaurants, the drivers actually wait for them. The drivers wait for them outside. Like, how can you be discriminating someone even in their own land? Okay, so when they interviewed the woman that was there, she said it was because of the COVID-19. Like, literally, COVID-19 started in China. What is wrong with these guys? Like, a lot has been happening this period, and I'm fed up. I'm tired of hearing all the things these Chinese nationals are doing in Africa. It's time to wake up, Africans, and I'm glad this one just happened. And I'm so glad that the mayor of Lusaka, Zambia, has actually officially shut it down. So he gave 3 main reasons why they were actually shut down, and this reason is going to wow you. Because you know what, these guys does not even have a proper documentation. Like, their documents are not complete. Yes, they are chasing Africans away. Isn't that so ridiculous? Just like the woman said. Like, I find this thing funny and disgusting at the same time. Guys, the funniest thing is that a lot of Chinese restaurants or other Chinese nationals will be doing this same thing, discriminating blacks in their own country until they are caught. And hopefully, if we keep sharing this word, all of them will be caught soon. What do these people take Africans for? What do they take Africa as a whole for? Like, they think we don't reason well, or we don't know our right, or we don't know what is proper to do. Go to China, you will never find any African that is doing any business and does not have their documentation. They will either arrest you, put you in jail, do all sorts of things to you. But they feel they can come here even without proper documentation. Then they want to sit here and do business peacefully. Wow. And then discriminate us and call us foreigners in our own land too. Wow. This is so ridiculous. Excluding the refusal of the Zambian man into the Chinese restaurant, there are 3 more reasons why this restaurant was shut down, and I'm just going to read it up. The first one is selling products labeled in Chinese and not English as prescribed by the law. Okay, so you are in someone else's country and you are selling products and you are prescribing them in your Chinese language. Like, guys, you guys watched that video, everything in that shop was Chinese throughout, no English, no local language. Like, seriously. So the second one is trading without a license from LCC. How can you be in someone else's country and you are flexing muscle when you don't have registration with LCC? Like, seriously, I really don't know what LCC is in Zambia. So if you're a Zambian and you're watching this video, please endeavor to leave it down there on the comment section. Let us know what LCC is. But I think it's a body for regulation of food and all those things. I really don't know. Just leave it down on the comment section because this is very, very, very serious. So the next one is expired fire certificate. So they have a fire certificate and it is literally expired. And they have the guts to still be discriminating, and then they are using COVID-19 as an excuse. That is very, 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 very ridiculous. Like I said, I am using this word ridiculous because that is what the Zambian man's wife said. That is the Chinese woman, because it is so unusual. Like, why would you do that? Seriously, a lot has been happening in Africa that are undercover, but little by little all these things are going to come to light and we are going to know about it. And hopefully our leaders will help us make these people face the law, because we really need to wake up. Yeah, this COVID-19 has been an eye-opener, and I'm glad everything that's been happening has been happening. We've been seeing a lot of things and we've been trying to resolve a lot of things. Anyways, I think I've been talking too much. I'll leave you guys now to share your thoughts on the comment section. I want to know what you think about this, if you think the mayor actually took the right step, and if you think African leaders should go ahead and look for all Chinese businesses in Africa, make sure they all have their rightful documentation and they are not maltreating our people. Anyways, I'll have to leave you guys now. Please, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for, please endeavor to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. I will really, really, really appreciate. I'll have to see you guys later in my next video, and until then, bye bye. Please share the video if you like it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye.